Good morning. I'm Marie Harrison, and I'm so glad that you're watching this morning because I really need your help. You see, I was reading in my Bible this week in Psalm 119, verse 105, and it says, "Your word is a lamp unto my feet and a light for my path." Did you hear that? God's word is a lamp for my feet and a light for my path. I can never find a flashlight in my house when I need it. But it says God's word is a light. So the next time I need a flashlight, all I have to do is just open up the Bible. Wait, there's no light shining out of here. Maybe it's because I opened it up to the Old Testament. Okay, so the next time I need a light, all I have to do is just open it up. There's no light shining out of here either. But it says your word is a light for my path. But I don't see any light coming out of the Bible. How does this work? Do you think the writer of Psalm 119 really meant that the Bible would shine a light? No. He was probably using that as a metaphor, a big fancy word that means God's word, the Bible, is like a light. But what do we use light for? Have you ever heard a noise at night when everything is dark and you get scared? So you turn on the light so you can see, and it helps you not be afraid anymore. Or maybe if you're walking outside and it's late at night, you have a flashlight so that you can see where to step so you don't step on a rock and fall. The light shows us things so that we're not afraid, so that we won't stumble and fall. And God's word, the Bible, does the same thing. If we're afraid, we can open up God's word and read the verses about how God will always be there to comfort us. And just like turning on the light makes us feel not afraid, reading God's word can make us feel not afraid. It can even help you make decisions. And you know, I had a really hard choice this morning. I could not decide if I should come to church and talk to all of you, or if I should stay in my nice, warm, comfy bed and keep sleeping. I mean, I could always flip a coin to make a choice, but will a coin give me the very best answer? Probably not. But if I open up the Bible, well, I can't find any verse that says, "Miss Marie, on May 24th, you should go to church and do a children's message." But when I do read the Bible, I see verses that say we're supposed to worship God. I see verses that say we're supposed to use all the gifts that God has given us to teach other people about God. And when I read these verses, well, I know that it's much easier for me to worship God and use the gifts He's given me doing a children's message instead of staying home and sleeping. So it turns out the Bible can help me make decisions. I pray that this week you and your families would choose to memorize Psalm 119, verse 105. Maybe, kids, you can memorize it much faster than your parents. But I pray that those words, that God's words, would light up your life and that you would hide God's word in your heart so that when you need it, God's words will be there to be a light for your path.